What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Jimbo. Sorry, I'm dealing with a little bit of congestion and a cold. Anyway, today we have a super exciting video that's kind of going to lead into or culminate into one bigger video that I want to do. So let's get right into it. So today we're going to be playing with this, which is Produxa, right? So today's video theme is going to be like internet marketing detailing companies or Facebook marketing detailing companies, and that's what I mean. It's all going to culminate into a bigger video where I'm going to try to get all the companies in one video and of course put it through the torture test. But today we're going to be picking two. Produxa, of course, this bottle is going to set you back about 30 bucks on Amazon, and they all kind of use the same claim. So they all call it a coating. It's all specifically formulated. It's a sealant, polish, waterless wash, all in one. They kind of all use the same jargon, same lingo, and the next product is really no different. This is Exoforma. So we have Produxa and Exoforma. This is a DIY spray-on wipe off, and the owner of this company, who has a great name, James, sent me this product and really said, "Hey Jimbo, I like your videos," and this is not paid. This is just what he sent me the product. He said, "I really like your videos. Our product is very different. Would you mind if I sent you one and you could do a video on it?" And I said, "Of course, I'm going to put it through the torture test and kind of let it be what it is, and we'll see how it happens." So he sent me the Exoforma ceramic shield. It does say it's a true ceramic coating technology. On the back of the label, it says that it's a silica SiO2 based spray-on ceramic coating designed as a DIY solution to adding a protective ceramic coating on any hard surface. So I figured what better of a way to do it than test it, put it on the panel, and then put it through the torture test. So James did tell me that there needed to be a 2-hour cure time. So I will prep the panel, apply both of these, and then give it the proper 2-hour cure time. And luckily for me, I'm working on a paint correction back here. So I have the 2 hours in the shop today to let it fully cure, out of the sun, out of dust, all that stuff. So let's prep the panel, put it on the panel. This video, I will show you the application. The last video, I lost it. I'll show you the application method, and then we'll get directly into the torture test, starting with the Dawn wash, which is what Exoforma actually used in one of their Facebook ads. It was the Dawn wash to break down the other chemicals, but not theirs. So I kind of want to fact check that and see if that is accurate and true, and then we'll run it through the paces through the torture test, and again, see how well it does through the torture test. So let's get into the application method right now. So on the left-hand side of the screen right now, I'm actually going to switch this, and I'm going to do Produxa on the left side here. And the reason why I'm going to do that is we already know really how bad Produxa is, but I did the Fuso coat on this side of the panel, and what I want to show or prove is that I've actually prepped the panel. So I'll spray the Produxa on, and some of you may even be thinking right now, like, well, why are you comparing these two? Why don't you compare it to Turtle Wax Seal and Shine or even the ceramic detail spray? And really the reason is that I want my channel to be a real, honest, and unbiased channel, right? And where I just do facts. I'm going to do 2 coats back to back. And so I think that the Turtle Wax Seal and Shine, the Turtle Wax Ice Spray Wax, and even Fuso coat now, and the ceramic detail spray are the best bang for your buck products that you could possibly buy. However, I don't want to saturate my channel with just those brands and then everyone thinks I'm a weirdo, sellout, whatever. So therefore, I'm switching it up a little bit. Not that I even have to explain myself to anyone. Anyway, that's why. So we'll do the ceramic shield here on this right side. Yes, Ian, I need to cut those. I know. So I'll do the same. Produxa went on very nice and clean, which they have to make these. That's why a lot of these products don't really work that well, to be honest, is they have to water them down so much. I have really nice scent on this one. I don't know if that's blueberry or what it is, but very good. The evaporation looks good. Everything looks, the application looks smooth. Adds a little bit more slickness, I would say, than the Produxa. Let's do the second application. Now, not sure if I should be layering this quickly. It may call for a cure and then a layer, but I want to be even on both sides. So not getting any streaking. The application is very, very smooth, even on this black panel. So now that we have both products on the panel, we will, according to James, he calls for a 2-hour cure time. So we're going to give it 2 hours. So let's currently see what time it is. It is 10:31. So at 12:31 or 12:30 or later, we will be doing, and look at that, you could even see the date on there. So today that I'm recording it is Wednesday, July 17th, 10:31 a.m. And so I will come back. It's actually probably going to be later than 12:30 according to my day today, but we'll come back in 2 hours and put it through the torture test. So the time currently is, what does it say there? 2:06. So my day got in the way of me, and 2:06. So we're looking at 3.5 hours of cure time. So Exoforma wanted 2 hours. I gave him 3.5. So I guess it would help if my water was turned on, right? So let's see what the initial water beating behavior looks like. So on the right side, we have the Produxa. Let's hit that first. The Produxa on the middle is our control section. And then on the left side is the Exoforma. So I would say that the Exoforma is beating water a little bit better. Obviously we have the sheeting of the water in the middle, and then we have that, forgot to set up my blower here. And then we have the, they're both beating water well, the Exoforma and the Produxa. Again, Produxa on the right, Exoforma on the left. I'll put it on the screen there. Now let's hit the blower. See what's going on here. It does a good job. I mean, it doesn't run off quite as fast as we've seen with other products, especially whoa, like the Fuso coat where it really ran off. The Fuso coat probably has run off the fastest, and same with the Produxa. Not, nothing crazy, but you could still see that it's getting off the surface. Actually, that was the low setting as well. So anyway, the first test I want to do, because the Exoforma shows this in their video that you can actually look on YouTube. So they actually do use Dawn dish soap, and I'm going to apply it just like they did. So they just put it on the surface just like that and then rubbed it in. So I'm going to get my towel wet over here. I'm going to use a towel. I guess the difference would be they did use like a sponge looking thing, and I'm just going to be using a towel to rub it in, which I don't really like doing the Dawn because it's so soapy. So we will see if it, does anything to the sides. And this is really, I guess I'm fact checking, right, with this. So rub it on, and this is what their video showed doing, and that it still had hydrophobic properties. So not saying that if mine doesn't, that I didn't mess something up or anything like that, but I guess the difference would be in their video they gave everything 24 hours to cure, but I think that was because they used top coat, and I think that's one of top coat's requirements is 24 hours, not necessarily just 2. So let's see what this looks like, see if we're getting any difference now. Both sides look pretty much the same, so let's see. So with the Dawn soap test, which was their test, it would be accurate. The Exoforma actually stays on, so that is good to know that their Facebook ad, right, showing where it was, I guess, their version of the torture test is accurate, at least consistent with what I'm finding, whereas the these names, man, whereas the Produxa side took a little bit of a hit, and maybe, you know, Dawn doesn't strip as much as we think it does. I don't know. So what I'm doing right now is getting my wet towel. I want to clear the surface. And so the Produxa side definitely took a bit of a hit, while we're still getting really good water beading. I would say consistent water beading on the Exoforma side. So even you can see with the wet towel wipe there, it's a little bit different on the Exoforma as it is the Produxa. So again, that was the wet towel, so I'm just seeing if anything comes back on the Produxa side. A little bit. I mean, it really didn't get hit that hard. Neither one of them really got hit that hard. So we'll see as we step it up into the torture products. So there we go, with the higher speed. So I was on the lower blower speed. That's why it probably wasn't running off as fast. So still clearing well. You can see the control section not clearing well at all. And the Produxa side clearing pretty good. I mean, let's be fair to all products involved, right? Pretty good. So comparable. So I think what that actually tells us is that the Dawn really doesn't do anything. So does Dawn strip? Does it not? Probably not, right? So let's have some fun now. Let's go to the Eagle 1. Okay, my farting trigger. There it goes. And see if this does anything to either side. So Eagle 1, as we know, a very, very good iron remover. Going to be a little bit more aggressive than an Iron X, definitely more aggressive than an Iron X. And again, we have the same thing happening right there as we see often with the Turtle Wax Seal and Shine spray wax. We saw it with the Fuso coat. We've seen it with a lot of products that are fending off chemicals. It actually looks like they're fending them off when we have them on. So, and this video, by the way, is an unbiased video. Was not paid by any company for this. I was sent Exoforma, but I don't care if, you know, Adams has sent me stuff and I bash it. So really, companies sending me stuff, I think, and a lot of the companies that send me stuff have enough respect for me and my channel and themselves, to be quite honest, to if their product isn't up to speed, they either work on it or, you know, they just don't send me stuff because they know I'm going to send it through the torture test. So here we go, water test. So the Produxa side is pretty flat and gone to flat and sheeting. The Exoforma still holding up good. Well, different than the, I guess good is relative, right? So it's holding up, I think, relative to the Produxa side, which we know has been flat and all that, and has gone to sheeting, which, again, for what I said earlier, is proving my point that I actually do prep these panels between tests. And you could see that here, this was the Fuso coat side. And so we would have had remnants of the Fuso coat on here because that was the last test I've done over here. So even there, you see how the wiping is different? The Exoforma side seems to be beating up or trying to beat up, whereas the Produxa side is a little flatter. And again, these videos are going to culminate in a Produxa versus Exoforma versus Last Coat versus Shine Armor. So don't worry, I'm going to get to that video. And the Exoforma holding up. Interesting. So when James reached out and was telling me how his product was different, I was leery, to say the least, because that's what they all say. Just like they all say that they're ceramic coatings. And I wouldn't call any of these a ceramic coating. So let's do the water here, or the blower. So there you go. Still blowing off nice, I would say the same. Control section still flat. And I will say the Produxa side, though we lost the hydrophobic properties, it's still getting off the surface a little bit faster than the control section. So I will say that there's maybe a little bit holding on there. Though it's not much, it may be a little bit. So let's see as we go through these if we get any more. So let's step our game up a little bit to something a little more aggressive. This is the lithium auto elixirs. They're hyper cleanse. So, and Lithium is a company again that sent out a bunch of their stuff to me, and I'll be honest, I know they watch my videos, and I'll be honest, when I got their package, I didn't really know what to do with their products. They don't have a ceramic spray that I'm aware of. They had a trim product, that's okay. It's okay. This cleaner has probably been my favorite because it's been stripping a lot of stuff. So I really like their cleaner, but you know, when I don't, a lot of companies will send me stuff, and I guess I'm saying this to prove I'm not really a sellout, but I don't even know why I gotta prove it, right? So that's kind of weird. Anyway, look at, we see a difference, and this is, see this, what's happening right here, and it's not really happening on that side. Again, I've pointed this out time and time again. It seems like the protection underneath is actually fighting the, or resisting the chemical. That's what it seems like, at least. So we'll see if the lithium auto elixirs. And with all that said about lithium, I don't think they're a bad company at all. I really like this HyperCleanse stuff. It works good. The only reason I haven't done any other reviews on their products like other YouTubers have is it didn't kind of fit into my model of cheap versus expensive. I guess they have a seal and squeal product that may, but I really couldn't think of one yet, so that's why I haven't done it. So I'm not willing to just do products that I'm not real comfortable with or that don't fit into my model of how I like to do videos. So an example, it's like, well, Adam sent me their new Mega Foam, and there's been other videos on the Mega Foam, and I got a new foam cannon with it and all that, but it's like, I don't know how that fits into my thing yet, unless I do a cheap versus expensive on foam, but to just do a video on a new product, I don't know, you know, or hey, I'll throw this one out to the audience. Max Shine sent me their rotary polisher. They asked if I could do a video on it. I've had it for a month or two. I haven't figured out how to do a video on it that kind of fits into my channel, right? So I haven't, right? I could, I just haven't, because I don't know how it fits into my channel. I'm sorry, that whole time did I mess up the camera? So, wow, I really am surprised by the Exoforma. It is holding up really well. Most products die to that lithium especially. I could tell it's starting to take a hit. It's definitely starting to take a hit, but hasn't died. So if you have 30 bucks to spend on a product and you're looking at Exoforma versus Produxa, I think a clear winner is going to be the Exoforma, which I'll be honest, really surprised by. I'm really, really surprised by it. Pleasantly surprised. As in a lot of these videos, I don't want the products to fail initially. I want them, and look at that, Produxa's gone. So it definitely hung on a little bit until the Hyper Cleanse, and now is gone. It's very sticky on the paint. So to be honest, I want all the products to be good. My tagline of making you a better detailer isn't a joke. That's really what I want to do. Shoot, and I want to keep this rolling, but I'm out of purple power, so I'm going to fill it up. And the reason why I keep it rolling is to eliminate any, I wouldn't want to stop it and then someone say that I'm doctoring the video anyway. So Exoforma seems like a decent product. There's been products that I've tried at a higher price point that have done way worse. So at least in the torture test, right? So, so far so good. Let's put this back on. And again, it's not about making it I don't have any bias toward, look, he sent me a $30 product. Am I grateful? Sure. Does it skew my view of this test? I think the proof is in the pudding, which is why I don't stop the recording. And I refill bottles and record and have a bunch of dead air, because I want the products to speak for themselves. I just happen to babble a lot. But you know how that goes. But it's cool because the more products I use and the more products I test like this, you find little tiny things, like with the blower, and I've talked about this before, whether it's when you spray a harsh chemical on and it seems like it's resisting that product, or you use the blower, you find those little tiny differences in the products that you can then catch onto, and then we're not just having the discussion of water beading, water sheeting, which is better, why, blah, 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 because that's only one attribute of these things. So now, I will point it out, now with the Super Clean, or what I use, Purple Power, what was it? Purple Power. So with Purple Power, we're not seeing it fight off very much. Maybe a little bit right in there, but we're really not seeing it fight off that much. So my guess would be, it was fighting it a little bit, but my guess would be that we really see it take a massive hit. I don't know if it's gonna be dead, but it took a massive blow with the Purple Power. So let's see. And let's recap what products have made it through Purple Power. Seal and Shine, Fuso Coat. What else? Is that it? Oh, ceramic detail spray. So it is definitely getting into a realm that's different. So, and like I suspected, it took a massive hit. So another thing to look at is look at right where the water is hitting the panel. You see where some of it is sheeting, but it's kind of flooding the panel a little bit. So if you look over here, it's flooding the panel all over the whole panel. If you look on the left side, it's flooding the panel and then trying to bead a little bit. Now I think I have some residue left over. So let me wipe it with my wet towel to try to knock off the residue. I haven't said it in a long time, but the reason why I don't introduce something like an O&R or a car wash soap at all, and I just use water, is because I found out that O&R will kind of bead water or give you a false reading, right? So I've done all that, and I'm really trying to get as true of a reading as possible. And this is the only way that I've thought of, but hey, I put these videos out and we're a community, so maybe someone will teach me right. So let's see. So Exoforma took a big hit. I wonder, I'm only gonna be focusing on the Exoforma side now, and I wonder if a second hit, as we can see with the blower, it's still getting water off, so we started to lose the hydrophobic properties, but nothing compared to this side. This side's completely flat, so thank you. That's prepped for next time. So let's hit it with power. I almost said Power Clean, Purple Power again, and see where we stand. So I wonder if a second round of Purple Power, and again, it's not about making it through the torture test, it's about how far through the torture test can you make it. So this Exoforma has made it pretty far down the torture test. So if it gets killed with the second round of Power Clean or Purple Power, sorry, it still made it pretty dang far. Much further than the Produxa. So let's see how it does with this. Let's rinse it, and I'll get my wet towel again. There we go. So the second application of the Power Clean pretty much took care of it. I think I'll maybe it's gone to sheeting a little bit, and it is sheeting a little bit faster. There's probably plenty of residue, so maybe I'll knock it down again and see what a third application looks like. Let's get that residue off there. It's changed dramatically. Is it all the way gone? It's gone to sheeting water, and it's actually sheeting pretty fast. Let's get this out of here. See what we look at. So it's gone to sheeting pretty fast. I would say that it's probably still there. A little, definitely something's there. I mean, we're getting a vastly different result. So something is still there. Look at that. I'm pretty impressed that through the Dawn wash and the emails that James sent me, I'm thankful because he's got such a great name, but it seems like their product has held up through the torture test. All right, so I'm interested to hear your thoughts, feelings, opinions, emotions, either related or unrelated to this episode. What do you think about this Exoforma versus Produxa? Even around the $30 range, are there cheaper alternatives to deliver the same result? I think so. We've seen it with Seal and Shine. We've seen it with the ceramic detail spray, the Fuso coat, but kind of the Fuso coat is almost out because of the application method, at least for me personally. However, I'm pretty surprised that that this Exoforma product actually stood up to its name, or its claims rather, at least way better than the Produxa did. So anyway, I'm happy to report on that. I'm happy that the Dawn Dish Soap didn't knock it down. I was actually pretty worried about that their video with the Dawn Dish Soap was kind of a big lie, but it wasn't, so that's cool. But anyway, with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, this series going on. Definitely leave a comment below, and on your way down there, hit that big red subscribe button. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will catch you guys on the next video. See ya.